There is this huge list of things you might hate when it comes to school. From simply an ugly uniform, to cafeteria food, waking up early, homework, teachers, bullies, teachers that also are bullies, discrimination, drama, or even the worst enemy of today's society, anxiety. It took me full 6 years to finally stop throwing up in the morning before getting off to school, and I think that says it all. I hate it. I hate school so much.
Wait, how many years has it been since you graduated?
Almost 4.
Then why school is still bothering you?
Because Badger, that piece of shit, literally destroyed my most beautiful years of youth, it shattered all my hopes and dreams, and it literally pulverized my self-worth to a point that I might never recover.
Okay, fair enough. Quite relatable.
Today, I will mainly focus on discrimination, because to me, personally, it covers most of the issues. You can try your best to maintain that perfect human being image, but at school, they will still find a way to bully you. If you get bad grades, you are stupid. If you get good grades, you are a bookworm. If your parents are poor, you are a loser. If you're rich, you are a spoiled little brat. Your gender, orientation, beliefs, religion, race, and so many other aspects of your life will end up being used against you. And the worst part is, you get discriminated because of the things you cannot control. I live in a small country that is located in Europe. And on top of that, I live in a very small city. You can literally call it a village. Sadly, there's a lot of closed-minded people here. Children have zero tolerance, their parents have zero tolerance, and even teachers have zero tolerance when it comes to your gender, orientation, race, religion, and so on. A good example would be my boyfriend's experience. As a child, he got bullied because he's half Jew. I really don't want to imagine what kind of experience a child of a different race would have at my school. I grew up in a very, very sad environment. But since almost all of us were the same race, same religion, and LGBTQ members stayed hidden during the school years, we got discriminated by other things, like wealth, status, or even gender. The reason behind this major inequality is caused by a totally rotten system, and this system created two types of annoying little devils. Type number 1, the rich kids. But since there aren't many extra wealthy families in my city, all super pragmatic parents with some secret illegal gifts fall under this category. Believe it or not, even homemade cheese does the trick. Type number 2, the teacher's kid. This type is the worst. For some reason, in my school, teachers are allowed to teach their own children, and those little bastards are treated like gods. Oh, you're a teacher's kid? +2 on your next test. Good job for being born in the right family. I bet you tried hard. I do understand that children that fall under both of these categories are not to blame for their parents' actions, but sadly, they do play along without even hesitating, and even when they reach a quite conscious age, they still refuse to fight this rotten system and end up supporting it instead. Here's a good example. I managed to ignore this frustrating system for 11 years, but last year of school hit me hard. At the end of semester, I approached one of my teachers with a big smile on my face and a little request. I had 9.4 out of 10. And if you have 9.5, they write you 10 as a final mark, and I really needed that. I begged for an extra test so that I could fix my grade, but my request was immediately rejected. Thankfully, I didn't give up, and in the end, I managed to get what I want. At first, I totally understood why my teacher hesitated. I understood until I saw this. One of the teacher's daughter, let's call her Emma, approached the same teacher I did a couple of days ago. She had 7 out of 10, and she asked for a 10. Guess what? Guess f***ing what? She got her f***ing 10 without even trying. And that wasn't the last of it. During the graduation ceremony, Emma got a diploma for being one of the top students. And next to that, she got a diploma for being active in after-school activities. Then literally the only activities she participated was the music band we both created, and a play in which both of us played the main roles. Where's my paper, bitch? After the ceremony, I, Emma, and our drummer got into Emma's car, and we drove to this local park. Everything was quite chill until our drummer said this. Remember when a couple of years ago we started this band and I said that Emma will probably be the one who will get the diploma and we will be left in the shadows? Well, I was right. And Emma responded with a simple, well, I did more than both of you. I was way more active and participated in way more events when I was younger. And to me, that was the last drop. I told Emma everything I thought about the situation and told her to just leave me here. Then we left, I sat down on a bench, my feet were hurting from my extremely uncomfortable shoes, and my heart was hurting from a major disappointment. Not long after, I started to cry, I started to blame everything and everyone. I hated this feeling of trying my best, but in the end, it's never enough, and usually I just get pushed around like a piece of trash. I was nor a rich kid, nor a teacher's kid, nor a normal kid. I was the last on this f***ed up chain. I was an orphan. I was seen as good for nothing no matter what I did. In the end, I had to call my grandfather so that he could pick me up, because my feet were so sore that I couldn't walk and my eyes were so watery that I couldn't see. And to top it all off, I had this very important class in which, unfortunately, Emma's mom was the teacher, so I was bound to be nice to Emma no matter what. If we did manage to get into arguments, I paid the price. No matter how high I raised my arm during her class afterwards begging for some help, I never received it. Next in the line is gender discrimination. When it came to it, our principal was by far the worst. Uniforms, a great example. During summer, girls can wear skirts or even shorts to school, but if a guy comes to school with shorter pants, it's seen as an inappropriate act. They either have to leave a school or change. Also, back in the day we had these two girls who stood out but in a very bad way. Platinum blonde hair, tons of makeup, extra high heels, cleavage showing, super thin leggings. For them, school uniform was not an option. Most of the time they wore thongs, so that thin legging fabric wrapped around those booty cheeks way deeper than they should have. And what did our principal do about that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You could think maybe he's just a lazy principal and he doesn't do his job. Boy oh boy, you are so wrong. One day this guy showed up wearing loose black pants with some chains on it, a band t-shirt and a mohawk. Guess what? He was called to the principal's office ASAP, where he was told that if he will not change immediately, he might as well start searching for another school because look like this is inappropriate. How unfair is that?
Well, your principal is a dude, and I bet that those girls looked pretty damn hot, so I can't judge.
Badger, those girls were literally 16.
Oh, well, that's a game changer. FBI, please ignore my ignorance. I barely keep track of what you say.
Then why are you even here?
To annoy you and your subscribers, of course. Why else? But don't worry, I have to go now anyway, because my book review starts in like 20 minutes. So, bye!
Bye. So anyway, this is far from all the discrimination that happened in my school, but I can only fit this much in one video. It hurts to see that a lot of countries, including mine, are still so slow at adapting to the new ideas, new movements, that there are still so many taboo topics, so much fear and hate, so much inequality and injustice. It's scary to live in such a slowly developing country, in such a toxic environment. But I guess all we need is time. I'm sure we will also get there one day. So I guess this is it. I do have a lot of school-related stories I want to share, so expect a lot of those in the future. Also, thank you a lot for listening, for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and see you on my next video. Bye!